In other news, in other news, Bill Clinton have agreed to testify.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm Shauna Kalafi. We are following some breaking news tonight. Bill and Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. For months, the Clintons had been adamant that they would not comply with the subpoenas. They called them invalid and legally unenforceable. However, they have now agreed to testify. That is according to their attorneys. We have this from Fox News on X. They said just in, former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton have agreed to testify in the House Oversight Committee's Jeffrey Epstein investigation after lawmakers moved towards holding them in criminal contempt of Congress. This is coming just days before the House was expected to vote to hold them in contempt of Congress. So Bill and Hillary Clinton now agreeing to testify in the Epstein investigation. We also want to bring you this statement. This is from Bill Clinton's Deputy Chief of Staff sharing this on X. He said, "They negotiated in good faith. You did not. They told you under oath what they know, but you don't care. But the former president and former secretary of state will be there. They look forward to setting a precedent that applies to everyone." Again, former President Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton now agreeing to testify in the House Oversight Committee's investigation into convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. We'll continue to follow that as the testimony starts. And we are going to take one more 2-minute break.
So, in other words, Bill and Hillary are going to testify, and this ain't a Republican versus Democrat thing. This is a nah. I'm letting it be known. I'm snitching. Bill, even him smiling in the pictures would have let you know Bill was going to be snitching if something ever came out. Bill, what I said Bill Clinton age is? How old is Bill Clinton right now? How old is Bill Clinton right now? Bill Clinton, I think, is in like his 80s right now, something like that, right? Bill Clinton is 79 years old. Bill is 79 years old. He ain't got much time left. Bill looking at like I got maybe 5 to 10 in this bitch, maybe. I got maybe 5 at a guarantee. So with that being said, I'm gonna play y'all Bill Clinton's anthem for right now. I'm pretty sure he cracked the bottle open that night when they feds called him. So you want to testify?
Fuck all y'all. I don't even know. Fuck all y'all.
Bill cracked the beer open.
Friends. I need a homie that know me when all these.
Bill cracked the beer open and gave one to Hillary and said, "Look."
Hey man, fuck all y'all. Fuck all y'all. I don't even know.
I'm telling you, he said, "Fuck all y'all." I'm snitching. I don't need none of yous right now. I don't need this shit. Let all this shit come out if it need to. Let all of it come out. Yes, I knew Epstein, nigga. Yes, I did know Epstein, nigga. And Trump knew him too. You want to know who else though? I'll tell you everybody. I'm going to everybody. He need no brown. I'm going to everybody going down, damn it. Hillary and him probably just sitting on the back patio like, yep, it's over. Party done. It's over. We snitching. We letting all this shit out. And if they ask Obama, I'm pretty sure if they was to ask Obama and Michelle, they would be more than happy to say something. But this isn't about them because they're not necessarily in the files. Shelly, what's going on? Juju, what's going on? The Obamas have not yet to be shown in the files in regards to doing anything, if that's the case. I mean, yeah. For example, they're not in there as far as doing anything. They're probably in there as far as, being watched and things like that. But as far as them doing some or being involved in some shit, y'all have yet to hear about the Obamas being in them damn Epstein files. But Clinton is all over it. The Clintons all over it. Speaking of which, Trump's response. Trump had an interesting response to Bill and Hillary testifying as well. Where is it? Oh.
Position dates to testify before the House Oversight Committee. Any reaction to that related to the Epstein?
I think it's a shame, to be honest. I always liked him. Her, yeah. Yeah, she's a very capable woman. She was better in debating than some of the other people, I will tell you that. She was smart woman. I hate to see it in many ways. I hate to see it. But, then I look at me. They went after me like, they wanted me to go to jail for the rest of my life. Then it turned out I was innocent, very innocent. I had a friend that said, a very smart friend, he's a very wealthy man, knows the life, streetwise guy. He said, you have to be the most honest person anywhere in the world because there's never been anybody who's been examined up and down. I have hundreds of thousands of pages of documents, millions of pages. With all of that, they found absolutely nothing wrong. Remember, his tax returns, they fought for years and years. And then the Supreme Court, I was surprised, they ruled I had to give my tax returns. I'm the only one that had to ever do that. But I had to give my tax returns. I gave my tax returns. They hired the best accounting firms in the world. They found nothing. And this friend of mine said, you have to be the most honest person in the world. He actually said, referring to him, I'm a pretty honest guy, but I could have never withstood that. They've gone through millions and millions of pages, and here I sit winning an election in a landslide, winning the popular vote, winning all 7 swing states, winning 86% of the counties in the United States. That's why those maps that you see are all red. And so they tried to put me in jail. And I shouldn't feel this way, but I feel badly that they have to go through that. But then I say, but they did far worse than me. They wanted to put me in jail. Think of it. I was a very good president. We had a great first term. Rebuilt the military, biggest tax cuts ever.
Don't you love how he always tries to put it on himself? He always tries to boost his own ego in the middle of it. True Freemason like talking, right? Always tries to go around what you're asking him and tries to make it about himself to boost his own ego. Nigga, we asking you about what you think about Bill and Hillary testifying about the Epstein files because we know for a fact you were in the Epstein files and we know they're going to talk about everything that you involved in the Epstein files besides them. You don't want to mention that, right? You don't want to mention that part. You want to talk around it and say those good things that you've done, supposedly, which it hasn't been many.
Biggest regulation cuts ever. But, I will say this. I think I can say, what do you think, Lindsay? My second term is blowing my first term away. And my first term was really good.
Reagan.
I was blowing it away, all right, to the point where somebody about to blow you goddamn away.
Plus.
Reagan plus, yeah. Well, whatever. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, guys.
It's to the point somebody about to off your goddamn head, Trump. They said, Iran said, we ain't missing this time. We ain't missing this time. If we go off your head, we are not missing. You are out of here this time. But yeah. And then on top of, if we're speaking about Hillary, right? Let's not forget the different emails that Hillary has had over the year. Remember, she was involved in the emails with Pizzagate. Her and I forgot the other gentleman that was in the files as well. I think the Attorney General. I forgot his name now. But him and her were involved in Pizzagate. Now, there's other files that just came out recently. Now, supposedly these files were released about 8 to 9 months ago, but nobody paid attention until the Epstein files. And then these came up recently. I haven't done too much digging into this, but these came up recently to where it was it was emails in her files requesting documents pertaining to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh, the location of his body, and the location of the buried Nephilim. Now, if you guys remember, we talked about the Nephilim before, and I spoke about how the Anunnaki. Probably should have brought this one up later because I wanted to look into that Stargate Antarctica as well. The Nephilim were the original us. The Nephilim were the original giants that walked the earth. And as story goes, as history would tell it, what ended up happening was the Nephilim ended up rebelling against the Anunnaki. And when they rebelled against the Anunnaki, that's when the Anunnaki destroyed them and they created us, the worker humans. But before we were here, it was the Nephilim originally. Now we can go deeper and deeper as far as the history of this goes, but we still got other things to get to. But very interesting that you're looking to see, or should I say, requesting documents pertaining to the resurrection chamber of Gilgamesh and the location of his body and the location of the buried Nephilim. So I would like to see now just how much the Clintons are willing to tell. Because I doubt very much that this information will come up in court, of course, but I'm hoping that they go into full detail as far as what they know. And if anything, on a surface level, I'm hoping they at least, and this is a far-fetched in itself as well, I'm hoping they at least go into the fact that they might not even be human and that they're humanoid reptilians. It's a far reach, but if we're going to go into if they're going to tell the truth, I don't know if they're going to start there, but I'm hoping that they land there somewhere. I'm hoping that they land there somewhere. Now,